Emunas Chachamim is almost blind that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, don't turn right or left, whatever the Chachamim say. That's what you have to follow. The importance of listening to the Chachamim and the effect of it, probably the most fascinating the thing I can say was the famous, the Michtam Eliyahu wrote a letter to somebody who asked him, how come the Gedolei Yisrael is before the Second World War didn't recommend that people should go to Eretz Yisrael, and because of that, he was saying, because of that so many people died. And the Michtam Eliyahu says, most of the people asked the question aren't looking for an answer, but I happen to know the person who wrote the article, the letter, and I know that you're sincere, and so I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to explain it with the story of Purim. In the story of Purim, Achashverosh made a party for all the people of the world. He was the king of 127 Medinas. He invited everybody to a party, and Mordechai said to the Jews, don't go. And they said to Mordechai, are you crazy? Everybody's going. The king will kill us. We're going to go and boycott the party of the king? The Jews said, I'm sorry, Mordechai. We have no choice. We have to go. Sakonas Nefashos, they went. And you know what happened? Nothing. Everything went along fine. It was fine. The party ended, and Vashti got killed. But everything was, as far as the Jews were concerned,
everything was great, yeah.
They had kosher food for them. They had hashgacha on the wine. Everything was fine. 9 years later, Haman was elevated by Achashverosh, and he said he wanted everybody to bow down to him. Bow down. It wasn't Avodah Zarah. He had, the Tosfos says it wasn't Avodah Zarah. He had something around his neck, and he wanted people to bow down to him to show that he's the boss. And Mordechai says he's not allowed to. Mordechai, please.
If you don't bow down, he's going to punish us.
He's going to punish us. He's going to kill us. It's a sakonas nefashos. Mordechai said no. So they said, okay, Mordechai, you don't want to bow down to him. And he said, go walk around the block. Don't go in front of him and stand in front of him and not listen to him on purpose to show that we're not going to bow down to him. And Mordechai says, no, I have to show that this is the right thing. So he goes and he said, he'll kill us. And he said, doesn't make a difference. We're going to go. Mordechai goes, doesn't bow down. And you know what happens? Haman wants to kill the Jews.
You see, Mordechai, we told you this is what's going to happen. You did the wrong thing. Yeah.
Right? So what did Mordechai tell them? Mordechai says, no, it's not because of me. It's because 9 years ago, I told you not to go to the Suda of Achashverosh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had Charon Av. He waited a while. But 9 years ago, you did that. That's why Haman is coming to try to wipe us out. What's your reaction to that?
We could say, if I would be then, of course I would be on Mordechai's side. Like when you say like that, like obviously it looks like everybody, like he's trying to get out of, the problems that he caused. That's what it looked like.
And chas v'shalom, that would have been the reaction of the Jews at the time. But the Jews said, Mordechai, we'll do tshuva. You're right. We'll accept it. We accept emunas chachamim. We accept what the chachamim said. And the Jews were saved. The Chafetz Chaim was crying out in the early 1930s. He says the Jewish community was going down. There was intermarriage. There was people going away from the yeshivas. When the Chafetz Chaim was supposed to leave Europe to come to Eretz Yisrael, he pleaded with them. He says, please to send their children to yeshivas, not to the secular schools, because who knows what's going to happen. Rabbi Schwab spent the Shabbos in the house of the Chafetz Chaim, and the Chafetz Chaim was benching, and the whole benching, he benched slowly and nicely and so on. When he came to Rachem, he started crying. Rachem no Hashem Elokeinu, Yisrael Amecha, Vayishlayim Yirecha. And at the end of the benching, he said, I don't remember the numbers of them, there's many millions of who died in the First World War. He said, that's a kinderspiel, that's a child's play to what's going to happen, chas v'sholem, if the Yidden don't do tshuva, if the Yidden don't come back to the Rabbi Shalom. And now you want to blame the Chafetz Chaim? And now you want to blame the Gedolei Yisrael? In the generation of Mordechai, they listened and they were saved. And Rachmana litzlan here, they didn't listen, And unfortunately, we have the results of that. So, Emunas Chachamim, whether you understand it, whether you is something, one of the Memches Dvarim Shater Nikas B'hem, that's something that we have to accept.